Make sure you guys don't miss the Angel Oak webinar tomorrow with Barry Abib. It's how to close deals in a rate environment that's increasing, which you know what this means?
What?
Every day that passes becomes a harder webinar to do.
Right.
All you got to do is click this banner right over there. Now on with the show. Now, all right, guys. I'm really curious how your company or you feels about trended credit because Experian, well, they just released it.
They did.
Yeah, they released it to help you out.
Okay.
Okay, now Frank, here's how the whole thing's being built.
Okay.
Rather than a snapshot in time, trended credit gives you a 3D view of a person's credit history, blah, 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 blah.
Okay, what does that mean to me?
Well, your scores improve.
Oh, great.
That's what it means, Frank.
I like it.
Once again, guys, this is how it's being sold right now. You get higher credit scores. Same person, same credit, higher scores.
So it's like the Russian judge in a figure skating competition. Everyone gives the Russian skater an 8, and the Russian judge gives her a 10. She got trended scoring. Same skater, same routine, same judges, trended scoring, gets a 10, not an 8.
Yes, actually, that's pretty darn accurate. Now, what a way to sell this thing, though, right? I mean, as a lender, I want the higher score. That's it. I don't care how I get them. Put the higher number in my LOS, and I'm off and running, right?
Right. Well, Experian explained that while two people may have similar balances, utilization, and risk scores, but their paths to that point could be substantially different. Trended 3D will allow lenders access to a 24-month history of 5 credit report fields. That's balance, credit limit or original loan amount, scheduled payment amount, actual payment amount, and the last payment date.
So, what you're telling me is it sounds like it's going to be more expensive.
Probably. Now, I get trying to tweak and improve the process and products that are used to originate a loan.
I just do.
And maybe this will play out as being a better predictive model for future behavior. Then again, maybe it's just a way to keep the train chugging along.
You know, because here's the thing. Again, it's always, and you get better scores. Oh, it's going to be looking at more stuff. It's the same thing, but you get better scores. It's kind of like smoking marijuana. You know, it's medicine. Yeah, and you like to get high.
And it gets you high.
And you like to get high. Again, guys, trended credit becomes more appealing in a market where values are increasing at twice the rate as our incomes are, where we have fewer and fewer qualified buyers for the homes that we want to sell them.
Well, do us a favor. With respect to this trended credit,
Yeah.
let us know in the comments down below what your company's stance on trended credit is.
Yeah.
Okay? And if you're on Facebook, give us a positive or negative, emoji face or whatever if you agree or disagree with it.
Sexual harassment, Frank, alive and well in lending or not?
Of course it is. I swear to God, lately, of course, it's the very topical thing, but in the old days, man, it was just part of business. It's just part of the mortgage industry.
Now, it's worth pointing out that we have not discussed this at all, and
Right.
that was your knee-jerk reaction.
That was my knee-jerk
Your
reaction.
knee-jerk reaction is hell yes.
Okay.
According to a survey done by Source Media, 43% of the people in the mortgage industry are aware of others being harassed. 18% have actually witnessed the harassment, 13% are subject to it, and 41% said they didn't see anything and they're lying.
Really?
No, well, they said they didn't see anything, but I'm not buying that number. So the study goes on to claim that sexual harassment is so prevalent in banking and lending that it could be a generational thing to root it out.
See, it's basically what I was saying. I mean, it was just part of the business. It really was. Anyway, now, based on the world we live in right now, I think the article's probably right, as I just said. And I think, is it fair to say that we almost have a Ron Burgundy approach to interacting with the opposite sex in lending?
Stay classy.
Maybe was okay when Pintos roamed the highways, but it's certainly not today.
Let me just grab this. Oh, sorry about that. Whammy.
Champ,
Yeah.
you're trying to touch my breast, aren't you?
What can I say? I like the way you're put together.
Or is it just that we're an industry of hard-charging salespeople, both men and women, and in-your-face or pushing the envelope behavior comes with the territory? Because I've seen it from both men and women.
Yeah.
And I want to make this very clear. I'm not trying to be offensive here. I'm trying to have an honest conversation. Frankly, behavior that is not only tolerated, but it's almost encouraged sometimes.
Yeah, and it's definitely goes both ways. You know, it has anyway in the past. Anyway, or how about this? Is it something else altogether? Here's how it goes though. The bigger your company, the bigger the target. And if you have lax policies with how your team interacts with each other, you could find yourself on the receiving end of a pretty expensive lawsuit. Hell, we've seen this by Zillow, the CAPV, and at one point, virtually all offices, both large and small.
Now, we want to look close at what you think on this one. So please give us your comments down below on the show or on Facebook. And just be respectful with each other, but I'm curious to see what the tone is of that seasoned older guy and maybe that younger, newer girl, and just see if they see the same type of things or they interpret it as you would or I would.
Right, exactly. Hey, before we go, I want to let you guys know something. When I was originating back in the day, I had 62 small business owners that were sending me warm referrals on a consistent basis. I was killing it. I got just as much referral business out of those guys as I did my realtor partners, my past client database. It's an untapped market.
Yes, it is.
Not BNI. It is not LaTip.
Nope.
Okay? And we've got a little demonstration that you can click into. It's on demand. You can just watch it right away. Click this banner you see right over here, over on your right, or I'll just put it down below so you can check it out there. You're going to want to check it out. It's a really cool thing.
You know, I want to say this though. It's not for everybody, but because it actually requires you working, like interacting with companies.
You got to talk to people
and being a salesperson.
You got to do that.
So if you're not willing to do those things, don't watch it.
Right.
But if you're saying, you know what, I want my business to look better in a progressively more difficult market, and you're willing to do the work, this thing will kick butt for you.
Yeah, this banner over on your right, you might have to scroll down, or I'll just put it down below. With that, you guys, again, leave us your comments. We love that. Forward, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you guys later here at the Natural Estate Post.
Later!